So I never ended up going into my first day after orientation to Pizza Hut because we realized that we have no reason to stay here anymore. Now that I quit my job at the grocery store, now that the truck is fixed, now that my boyfriend has stabilized his business, there's really no reason for us to be staying in this little tiny town far away from everything. So we decided that it is time to go. We are ready to hit the road and go somewhere to get ready to settle for winter, because we need to think realistically about the kind of life we want to live and the amenities that we want to have close to us. I mean, that's why we live in a camper, right? We can move whenever we want. For some reason, we just forgot that until we realized, like, hey, maybe all of this is happening for a reason. I realize it's part of the bigger picture that God has for us. We are meant to go somewhere else. Why would we stay here? That is so silly for us to think, especially considering our campground is so expensive. We are paying $850 a month plus utilities, so it always comes out to like $950 or more, depending on how much electricity you use. And since our furnace does not work, we only use electric heaters in our camper, so our electric bill is going to be pretty high, especially through the winter. On top of our rent being so high, we also have to do manual labor for this park because we struck an agreement with them when we moved in, and we were under the impression they were going to make it $850 flat rate. Well, right when we pulled our camper in, and we knew we were going to do work for these people just to get our rate lowered, they told me when I sat down and did the paperwork that we had to pay for utilities too. Which, looking back, I am super grateful because I'm glad that we didn't have to do any more landscaping than we signed up for, which is only $75 of work worth a month. And we have been doing a really good job despite the low amount of money that they're taking off of our rent. We've been keeping up on our tasks. We've been pulling weeds, coming back with trash bags full of weeds, leaves. Like, we have really been putting the work into this park. And we got a text message the other day that basically discredited all of the work that we'd been doing and done. And there hasn't been a thank you or anything. So we realized, like, if our work isn't even appreciated here, why would we go and spend $1,000? And also, they put an RV right next to us. Like, I'm talking right next to us. It's such a tight squeeze that Zane can barely fit his truck in our parking spot. And they put that RV right there, even though there are literally like 50 open spots throughout the campground, because they have a huge duct taped window. And I think the park cares more about their image than about the security and peace and quality of living of the clients that are actually in this park, that they just wanted to hide their duct tape window with our camper right next to it. So we're squished together, even though there's a spot right next to the duct tape window camper. No, we had to be right on top of each other, even though there's seriously so many open spots. Like, I'm pretty sure we're one of 3 people paying this park a month. And I know that's such a silly thing to point out, but one thing when we pulled our camper in here was the manager told me that I had to take the little amount of duct tape off my window because ownership didn't like the look of duct tape on windows. And now we got a whole duct tape window camper right next to us. And I'm supposed to what? Not think that y'all are hiding the duct tape window from the outside view? Like, they care more about their image than they do about the quality of the life that we're living here and the $1,000 a month we're spending here. This is the most expensive campground that we've ever been to. And don't get me wrong, the amenities have been really, really nice. Like, I've loved having a hot tub. I've loved having the trail system. I've loved having the water view. But when you're so desolate out in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, like, you start to miss the things that you really love. I want church closer. I want gym opportunities. Like, I just want to be closer to civilization. And so that is the next goal of us leaving this place, because we really realize that we need more out of our lives. And I've been so anxious just being here the last few days, realizing that this huge transition needs to happen, or else I literally have started feeling physically sick. Like, I wake up anxious every single morning because I don't feel wanted at this RV park, because I don't feel like my work has been appreciated. And so that has just been gnawing at my mind, making my stomach twist and turn. I've just felt super, super anxious lately. And I'm just ready to let it all go and start over, honey. Like, I really, really, really just need to go. And the exciting thing is I have a group fitness interview already lined up for the next city that we're going to settle for winter. So instead of settling for Pizza Hut, I'm going all the way. I'm gonna be doing what I'm qualified to do and what I'm so passionate about. This is my dream right now, and it's in my grasp, and God has opened up the doors in order for us to make our goals happen and live a happier life. Because while this once was perfect for us, it is no longer perfect for us. We have outgrown our situation, and we're ready to get the heck out of here, baby. Pizza Hut was about to give me 12 hours for this week, and I'm just like, that's not even like a week's worth of rent at this place. Why would we stay here? It was so silly when we finally realized, like, dang, we really do have a home on wheels. We really can go anywhere we want, and that's the beauty and the freedom of this lifestyle, is you don't have to be tied to absolutely anything. I'm so excited for the next chapter of our lives. I've never cooked a Thanksgiving dinner in here until now, and I am so grateful that everything worked out as perfectly as it did. I love my double-decker toaster oven. I love my crock pot. I'm just gonna throw the whole turkey in the crock pot. I opened the turkey up and realized, like, wait, what am I even doing? Like, do I even know how to cook a turkey? But you know what? I feel like I figured everything out pretty well. Hey friends, I realized as I was putting that turkey in that I don't really know what I'm doing with cooking a whole crock pot turkey, but we're gonna give it a go. I mean, we got no one to impress but each other. And I love it though, because our whole Thanksgiving meal only costs $20, and it's really not breaking the bank to like still celebrate Thanksgiving. I think we're just gonna eat a lot today. But I went in this morning to go and pick up my last paycheck, and they said it won't be ready until tomorrow. Then on Saturday we leave. And I'm super excited to leave because we already have our entire route and everything mapped out. We kind of just realized, like, why are we staying here? Why am I settling for less by working at Pizza Hut when we could just leave? Like, we do have a home on wheels, and we do realistically have to think about winter and skirting and everything, and I don't feel like this resort would allow skirting in the way that we need it. It rains all the time, and we were already planning on leaving the state anyway, so this is just quickening the process. I never actually went in on my first day at Pizza Hut after orientation. The day before I was supposed to go in, we realized, like, dang, why are we staying here? Why are we gonna give this resort $1,000 more when we could just drive somewhere else and go and pay $650 a month? It's really not a hard decision when you think of it like that. Plus, I just feel like Zane and I have been getting, like, depressed here by not having all of our usual activities, like the gym close by. Like, I want to be a group fitness instructor, community, church being close. Like, I just don't feel like we have our needs met in those areas. And we did reach our goals with getting the truck fixed and me paying for rent while Zane figured his business out, and we got to that point. We're here, so now we're ready to leave, and I feel more confident in leaving this time than I did leaving South Dakota, where we came from. So I'm super excited for the next chapter of my life. I just didn't think it would turn all the way into this, but we realized, like, this is really what we need for our mental health. This is where God is telling us to go. So I'm just super excited. Everything is working out the way it did, and it's not our plan, it's God's plan. Alright, so since it's only like 11 o'clock, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna prep all of my side dishes now in these foil trays that I have. That way, whenever the time does come that the turkey's done, I can just put all of these pans in the oven and then they could be ready. So I think I'll start with the green bean casserole. I honestly love this idea, loving how the green bean casserole's looking. Now I'm gonna go ahead with the sweet potato casserole. which is just this can of sweet potatoes and these marshmallows. Now that I'm done with these, I'm just gonna put these in the fridge. I'm pretty sure I have more sides to prep. Oh yes, so I have to still make this turkey stuffing, which I was thinking I would make early and then just put in a pan like this. And then I think that I'll make the potatoes closer to when the turkey's done. Or I might just make them early and just have everything done early. That way I don't have to do anything tonight because I have energy right now, so why not? I also have 2 more pans, so, you know, why waste them? And I got these small ones specifically because I know that they can all fit in my toaster oven. I know I've kind of taken you guys for a ride these last couple weeks, but I genuinely thought that I was going to work at Pizza Hut. Like, I genuinely thought that I was stuck here. And so I was about to cut the Pizza Hut part out of last week's video, but then I realized, like, I just need to be for real with everybody, and this is my authentic self. I genuinely thought I was going to work at Pizza Hut. I've never once in my life applied to a job and then not showed up to it until now. But now I'm gonna keep my Pizza Hut shirt and my Pizza Hut hat as a reminder to not accept less in this life and to go after what I want, gosh dang it. And I just have to say, I am so grateful for my boyfriend and our ability to work together. He really does take care of me, and I feel so secure because of him and because of what he does for work and how it's online and it's remote, so we can really go anywhere. We really stayed here because of my job, but you know, after quitting a minimum wage job, it's time to go, honey. But honestly, minimum wage in Washington is the highest out of any state in the United States. Like, if I were gonna get a minimum wage job anywhere, this was the best place to do it. And I don't regret my experience at all, but I'm telling you, that workplace was toxic. I cried so many times. Sometimes I'd get so overstimulated that I just have to like lay in bed and cry after work, and then I'd be ready to like enjoy the rest of my night. But like, I spent almost 500 hours there. Like, that really started to consume my life. Hey friends, I just got done with the gym and I'm feeling so good. I ran 2 miles on the treadmill and then I stretched, and I've really just been focusing on cardio lately because I need to get ready to be a group fitness instructor again. I got an interview next week for Wednesday, so I gotta get ready for that mentally and physically. I'm just so grateful to finally be moving past things, because I'm telling you, when I say I've been anxious, I've been so anxious for no freaking reason. Like, I am a whole adult. I get to do whatever I want. I'm not tied to anything, and I'm still anxious. Okay? I am. And I know that this trip across Washington State is going to go much smoother than it did to get here. So for that, I am grateful, and I'm looking forward to going on this adventure with you guys.
You got a bumpkin.
Safe to say I am buying my pumpkin pie pre-made next year. I haven't even really eaten pie yet, but I did get everything cleaned up so that tomorrow we can focus on tying all the loose ends together to get ready to move. I want to be able to document our moving for next week's video, so I'll have to see you guys then. Alright, thank you friend for sticking till the end, and I'll see you next week.